And the reason why I have such an issue with it is because I'm loyal to a fault. And I mean, like, super, super loyal person. As a friend, I'm very loyal. As a wife, obviously, yeah.
But I don't understand how being loyal means you keep toxic people around. I'm loyal as well.
Well, yeah, you're very loyal. But the thing is, that's why I said loyal to a fault. Because for me, if I care about you, I give you multiple chances. And so,
I won't play that
for me though, I have made the decision to. I've had several conversations with people that I trust. You know what I mean? I trust their instincts, and I just like, trust their decision making and things like that. I've had conversations with friends and family, and I'm like, what should I do in this situation? They give me advice, and I'm ready to do what needs to be done, basically. So,
You just take forever to come to the conclusions.
You know why, though? Because once I'm done, I'm done. So I try to make sure that is the decision that I want to make. I try to make sure, like, before I X you off completely, because after that, the saddest part of, I guess, a toxic trait that I have, this might not be toxic to you guys, but a toxic trait that I have is I can act like I never known you before.
I don't think that's toxic, because that's what I do immediately. You just give people more chances than I do.
So, like, that's what I'm saying. If I feel like I have to X you off completely, then that's it. Then don't call me. Don't hit me up.
You give
don't.
A lot of chances.
I do, but that's why I'm saying, because I literally, you have completely disappeared.
But that happens with me too. I give you like one, because I feel like if you did it once, you're gonna do it again. So
you're right.
I'm not gonna give you a second time.
Yeah.
Well, actually, technically, I do give you a second time.
Right.
Because if you do it once, I'll talk to you about it.
Right.
If you do it again, you out of here.
Yeah, and that's a logical way to do things. It's just, like I said, I'm loyal to a fault, but I've promised myself this year, 2022, that I was going to make better decisions. Thank you. We need some sound effects. Now, I promised myself that I was going to be better to myself, and with that comes letting people go that don't serve me in a positive manner. So,
but see, I think the reason why I have a much easier time than you is because I am a loner by nature.
Yeah.
So I have no problem being by myself.
Yeah.
I say I don't need no friends. I mean, I prefer them, but need, kind of a strong word.
Yeah.
I can let anybody go.
Yeah.
Except for my wife and my kids now.
Oh.
But I just feel like, as far as importance, you got to put people in perspective of how important they are in your life. If you didn't have them, what would your life be?
Right.
If they toxic, more than likely better.
Right. Right. And that's the things that I have thought about too. Like I said, when I talk to people, my family and friends about the situations, they put things into perspective for me. You do it a lot. You be like, listen.
But see, you do it in the right circumstances, though. You don't do it with everybody. Right. We had a situation last year. Them people gone. What? The two people that were working for us, they gone.
Yeah.
So
that
you
was
do it in certain circumstances.
Nice. Right. That's true.
I just do it in every one of them.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm a good dude. I treat everybody fairly. I treat them better than fair.
Yeah.
So if you do me dirty, I'm going to talk to you about it one time, because I'm a straight up person.
Right.
And then if you do it again, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not begging you. I'm not going to keep talking to you about it. Obviously, you don't care.
Right.
I'm not giving you none of my effort.
Yeah. You know what I think my issue is too with that is that I make excuses for people, like.
Oh, because of like their upbringing.
Because of their upbringing, exactly. Because of their trauma, because of the upbringing. Because sometimes that does play a part in why people. A lot of times that does play a part in why people are the way that they are.
Yes,
right?
But that
because
don't mean they gotta do you dirty.
Right. Well, I mean, to some people, they don't feel like they're not malicious with it, but it doesn't make it less toxic, right?
But that's why I said I talk to you about it. I get that it's your upbringing, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. And I ain't trying to be unfair.
Yeah.
But that you just can't allow that to affect your life.
Like, I'm a lot more into mental health and trauma and all that than you are. Like, you don't have that much patience with people. You'll be like, okay, well, you can have them issues over there. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, I get that people
you're empathetic to a point.
Yes.
But to a point.
But I don't have to be empathetic to you and you bring your toxicity to me.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get you've been through some things. Everybody's been through some things.
Right.
Some people handle it better than others.
Right.
But you ain't got to treat me no type of way other than the way I want to be treated. and I'm not going to keep giving you multiple chances to do me dirty.
Right. That's the thing. So that's what I've vowed to do better with, is letting go of toxic people, because they don't add anything to my life but stress, you know, and I really don't have time for anything other than what serves me. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I saw a text message in your phone.
What you saw?
That it still ain't stopped. You still allowing the toxicity to fester.
You saw a text message, or or I told you about it? Mm-mm. Which one are you talking about?
It was just a text message to someone that you probably shouldn't have sent.
Oh, yeah, being nice again.
Right.
Oh, but see, for me, you know what that was for me, though?
What?
For me, that was closure. That was me lending a hand, right? Not lending a hand, but that was me, what's the word?
I don't know.
I don't want to say closure, but it is pretty much a form of closure for me, because I've tried, and this is my last attempt, and I'm done.
Hey, so, I don't need no closure.
You never need closure ever in life.
Close you off. That's the closure.
Yeah.
I ain't sending no text. I ain't once I'm done.
You done.
I'm
right.
done. You're gonna be blocked in everything.
But see,
everything.
and that's what I'm saying. So before I make those decisions, before I've made those decisions, I do what I can. I show my good intentions, I guess.
You already did that multiple times. Why are you still doing it?
I am pretty amazing though at that. I'm pretty amazing at being a good friend.
I'll be telling you all the time. I'm so happy I was born male.
Me too.
Because guys, like, there's things that women say to each other, guys won't even think about saying to each other. And if they do, we be looking like you gotta go find somebody else to talk to, bro. Like, we don't do that.
Like what?
I don't know, like certain parts of relationships. Like, guys, we don't get too deep. You know what I mean? Because a guy can't come. Let's take Corey, for example, since he's the one sitting here. Corey couldn't come to me and be like, could you like talk to Taylor and tell her to be nice to me? I'd be like, what? Hell no. I ain't talking to her to tell her to be nice to you. What is nice? But a woman can say that to another woman. Can you talk to my man, tell him how to be nicer to me? And y'all be like, oh yeah, let me
have a conversation with him.
What?
Yeah, I mean, that is but that's why we are two different species, right?
Yes. That's why I love being a guy. I don't want to do that.
Right.
Because I look at Corey and be like, Corey.
Stop. Yeah, I think too though that I'm so used to being a rescuer. I'm so used to rescuing people.
She be all in people relationships, y'all.
But
not
they
in a
ask
bad
me.
way,
yeah, no, I was gonna say
asking.
they ask for my help and they ask for my guidance and stuff, and even though they don't listen, but I'm so used to
but not
rescuing.
even the people just close to you.
Everybody always asks me. Yeah. But but that's because I think people do see that I naturally care. I am a people person. I naturally care about people.
I know, it's just weird.
And I naturally want to help people.
I care about people too, and I want to help them too.
Yeah, in a different way though, babe.
I just could care less about your relationship status.
But that's you though.
Yeah, too many people
I like to help people. I just love to help people. I love for people to feel confident. I love for people to feel good about themselves and happy and healthy and mentally, emotionally, physically. I know I cannot control all those things.
Yes.
But if they ask me for help, I try to do my best to help them because that's what I naturally like to do anyways.
But see, I ain't gonna say I do that. So again, I'm gonna use Corey for an example. Okay. Corey comes to me and says, me and my girl, we can't communicate, right? And I'd be like, have y'all talked about it? Yeah. She's not a communicator and you are. That just means you're not compatible. Break up. That's a simple philosophy.
No, that's
because it's not gonna work. If you're a communicator and you're not,
right, it's
not gonna work.
Yeah. Right? No, and you listen, when I tell you, you make a lot of sense, but people aren't gonna listen to that.
But look though, I even say, are they willing to change?
Try? Right.
Are they willing to try? No. She said she don't want to communicate. She ain't gonna tell you nothing. Leave. There's nothing else you can do. If that's your love language,
right,
and they're not communicating with you through your love language,
right,
leave.
Yeah.
They be like, no, but she's a really good girl. But she ain't gonna talk to you, bruh. And that's what you want.
Right.
So that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I've dealt with that with my friends a lot. Like, just kind of giving them advice and they don't listen anyways. But I I've gotten a lot better at being like, hope it gets better, versus being like, let me fix it for you. Like, you know, my mom, I remember being a little girl and crying because I said I couldn't help the whole world. She was like, you know, she told me, she was like, you can't help the whole world, but you can help a big portion of it, I'm sure. And I started crying. My feelings were hurt, literally. Like, imagine being Paige's age, you know, and me and you telling her you can't help the whole world. I bust out crying. Like, my feelings were legit hurt.
Yeah.
But that's because I really love people, you know that. I really am a people person.
See, I'm a realist. People.
But you are a realist, and that brings balance for me.
Like, I want to help black people like crazy, but I know I can't help all of them. Some of them are beyond help.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And I just want to help the ones that
just
want
people,
help.
Period, though. Some people are just beyond help at this point, you know?
Yes.
And so I feel like...
you be trying to keep helping the people who can't be helped.
Yeah.
You be trying to talk sense into people who don't...
have sense.
They don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, literally, and I would literally mean make it. They don't make it. They can't make sense for nothing.
Right.
Then they have no logic. And you still be trying to help them be logical. Or they're emotionless and you're like, you need to get into your... Like, no, it's not going to work.
I think I missed my calling. Maybe I should be a freaking counselor or something. I don't know.
I know. She be counseling people at restaurants.
I know. It's so weird.
How you even get to that point?
I don't know. Maybe, well, because I feel like I am a vessel, right? I feel like God blesses certain people to be vessels, right? And I feel like I'm a huge vessel for helping people. Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't want to deal with nobody's relationship, really. Because they just be, people just, in relationships, I just feel like people are weird.
Okay.
A lot of times you're not yourself. You know what I mean? Like, when you're around your boys, you're this person. But when you go in your house, you're a whole nother person. That's weird to me.
How is it weird? Because you're not going to be the same person you are with your boys that you are with your significant other.
I'm saying people be totally different. Like, when you with your boys, you hard, you a thug, you want to fight everybody. But then when you with your girl, you crying every 2 seconds. You sad because she won't talk to you.
But there are different people that you can put different energies. Like, you have different.
One of those people are an act.
No, that's not necessarily true.
One of those people aren't you.
That's not necessarily true, because with your boys, maybe you can't be sensitive, but you are. But maybe you still are.
I'm not saying just sensitive. I'm just saying one of those people aren't real. Cause
you have 2 different sides as well.
Yeah, but I'm not a totally different person.
You are a smart mouth.
I'm always that.
You're an a-hole sometimes. Not in a horrible way, because you're still a dope person. But around me, you want to be babied. Like,
yeah, but I'm still
first
me,
of all,
though.
I've seen you at the barbershop, right? You get your little beard picked out. You don't have nothing to say. You good. I do a little tiny.
First of all, it be other people up there.
He's trying to kill me.
I'll be about to die. I'll be about to die. The last time I went to the barbershop and they was picking my beard, I was like this. My eyes was watering and everything.
But
that's not a different person. It's not a different person. I just didn't let it out. I still wanted to cry.
But why didn't you let it out?
Because you can't do that in public.
That's
not getting me though. I mean, like, y'all know what I mean when people be 2 totally different people. Like, there's people in our life that when they go home, it's F this, F that, but then when they come back, it's so, but like, you know this.
Anyway, we're talking about toxic people.
I'm just saying that's why some people are toxic, because they're not being themselves, so they're being someone else. Because you have that happen to you all the time. People always tell you, oh, they're not acting like they do at home around you.
Yeah. But that's because I think I'd like to think anyway, that a lot of people, they want to be their best selves around me. That's all. Because I'm my best self. I pull out a different energy from people.
But then they go home and treat their significant other like crap.
That's not nice. But I'm saying, like, I pull out a different energy because I push out a different energy, so I pull a different energy from people. I think I pull out people wanting to work hard, wanting to be positive for the most part.
Okay.
You're annoying. Anyway, so what advice, I guess, would you give people having the issue of letting go of toxic people? Give them the advice you give me.
I mean, for me, it's very simple. Just let them go.
Yeah.
There's no reason for them to be around me. I don't need that type of energy. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you know, if you want to be around me, cool. But if you don't, cool, you'll let me know. Yeah. And if you're toxic, I don't need to be around you.
You know what, though? You know what happens to me a lot? What happens is when I do have, I think that I'm a special, case, I guess. I don't know. Everybody's special, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I have a certain type of really deep spiritual connection. Uh-huh. And I feel like
that we know.
Huh?
We know that.
Yeah. I feel like when people aren't supposed to be around me, no matter what I try to do, they're not going to be around me.
Yeah.
Right? No matter how much I try to keep them around, something happens to where they're not going to be around me. But they X themselves off.
Yes, but then you try.
Right.
You still be trying.
Yeah.
I'd be like, for what?
Right.
This is Keaira Fix My Life right here.
All the time.
She so gonna go and she knows that you need help.
Because I genuinely care.
And she gonna keep trying to help. And these people be like, I don't like it when you try to help me. And then she be like, I know, but
you need help. You know, one of those.
I don't like it when you encourage me.
But you know, like when you take people to what are those? The not retreats. What's the freaking thing when you go and you're trying to get off the drugs and stuff? What's that called? I forgot. Rehab. Thanks. It slipped my mind. So you know how when you go to rehab and they're like, "Get the away from me," you know, they punching the nurses and all of that stuff. But you know they need help, so they tie you up and they be like, "No, you gonna get this help." Sometimes that's what I feel like, and it's so annoying. I hate when I do that. I hate that about myself, but I also love that about myself.
Yeah, but then you get an ulcer in your mouth.
Facts. Stressed.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it from my mom.
Nobody stress me out.
I get it from my freaking mom. My mom has a heart of gold, and
your mama give chances that I even be like, wow, she a better person than me.
She's pretty dope.
She is a much better person, but you do the same thing. I'm like, I just don't get it. But again, I feel like the male perspective, not that there's not men who are the same way like you are, but from a male perspective, I don't really like dealing with other people's problems like that. Not their personal problems. Because most of the time, people's personal problems are because of them. And no matter what you tell them, they'll never look in the mirror and say, you know what? It's my fault. I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say in a 5-year period, a person has 20 bad, horrible relationships, or even 10. What's one common denominator in every one of those relationships?
That person.
But they'll always blame the other person. So either one, you're going to find crap, or you're the crap. That's it.
I need a shirt.
No, I'm saying they'll never sit there and say, all these people treated me crazy because of me. It's always they treated me crazy because they're crazy or they're whatever. They're toxic. But you're the toxic one. And I'm not saying that's always the case, because some people do just attract horrible people in their life. But what I'm saying is a lot of them people, they'll never sit there and be like, damn, is it me? Like, maybe it's me why I keep having all these failed relationships. And not just a partner.
Right. Friendships, business, partnerships.
All of them. Like,
that.
maybe you are the toxic one.
Absolutely.
And then you sit there and be like, oh, don't nobody want to do right. No, you the one that don't want to do right. They don't ever do that.
Yeah.
That's like toxic person 101.
Facts. That's true, babe. No, I completely agree with you on that. That's another thing. Like, I do a lot of self-evaluation. Like, you know that. All the time. I'll be like, what can I do to be a better wife? I ask you that all the time, right?
Yeah.
Better mother, better friend, just better as a person as a whole. And I don't know. I think definitely people should take the time out to do that. But just like I take the time out to do that, I would say I need to take the time out to evaluate the people in my life and what they could be doing better. Right. Yes. And if it's something that I feel hasn't been worked on and we have talked about it, then I do need to let them go. And that's true. And so like I said, for 2022, I am closing all the doors that don't need to be opened. So I'm excited about that.
My door's already closed.
I'm excited about that because you know why? When I let go of toxic people, toxic situations or whatever, my life excels even more. And I feel like my life is pretty amazing right now. But I feel like when I let go, or when I feel like I block my blessings when I have people in my life that shouldn't be there.
I'll be over here on the side like, baby, I think you should kind of step away from that.
And for me, you know, I completely get rid of people though. Like, I don't play no games. When I do get rid of you, I'm done.
That's what you're supposed to do.
But I mean, done.
That's why I said, like, if I get rid of you out of my life, there is a very, 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 very slim chance you will ever get back in it. Yeah. I don't care what the circumstances are.
But I don't think that's like because we're unforgiving people. Because like for me, I'm very forgiving, right? But I don't forget. I can forgive you because I've had a situation where someone was, what's that? The camera?
Which one?
Oh, no. I've had a situation where I treated this person like family. And they stabbed me in the back, basically, right? We had a conversation because I'm not a phony person in any way, shape, or form. So we had a conversation, and we pretty much squashed it, right? But I forgave this person, but I didn't forget. So I know what your character is. I know who you are.
See, that's one of the big differences, though, between me and you also.
Like what?
There's not going to be a situation where I'm going to put somebody in a position to stab me in the back.
We've done that before.
Correct, which is why it ain't going to happen no more. That's why I don't have a lot of people close to me anymore. You know, I keep, like, for example, I told you I'd rather work first, and if a friendship comes from that, cool. But I know your character. Right. Way before I'll ever call you a friend. Right. There's barely ever going to be a situation where I just meet you and we're going to become friends and we're going to be like, yeah.
No, yeah, I understand that. I mean, we are naturally welcoming people. Yes. That's one. So you do put yourself in a position to get stabbed in the back constantly because of the type of people that we are. We're very generous.
But the situation that you're referring to, that can't happen.
What do you mean, the situation I'm referring to?
You can't really stab me in the back because I'm welcoming. I'll invite you into my home. Yeah. But you're not ever going to be in a position to do me dirty.
Well, this person, I wouldn't say stabbed me in the back, like betrayed me, but the way that I found out how they really felt about me.
Yes. They was being phony in your face.
They were being phony, in my face. So... I forgave this person. I forgave this person, but we still correct. I'll never let you do that again. Like you'll never be in a position to do that again. I'm most likely going to see you again because of who you are in this circle, but I don't have to deal with you.
But the way we work now, like for example, Corey part of the family, Desiree part of the family, but that came from a situation where let's work first. Let me get to know you through work, and let me get to know your personality, and then I can see. Because just because we hire somebody, right, that don't mean we gonna be cool outside of work. I might just want you to come to work, do your job, right, and that's it. I don't want to see you outside of work, right. You know, but in Corey's case, I like Corey. Corey's a cool dude, and when he comes to our functions and stuff, he cool. Same with Desiree. She in our house. She at our house right now. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I'm not gonna be the type of person that, like, if I would have saw Corey just on the street and like, yeah, let's be friends. Like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but you know, with this person, that was a part of the family, literally. Yes. So
I just even take family members with a grain of salt.
Now, but that was very recent that happened.
That wasn't very recent.
With the other situation,
like 5 years ago.
No, I'm talking about another situation now. But anyways, what I'm saying
is... Oh, you talking about the fools that was here last year?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the only reason why they got their foot in the door. But how quickly did they get their foot up out of there?
Real quick. But see, you were nicer than me in that situation.
In that situation, until they pissed me off, and then I was ready to go off.
You were nicer than me.
Because I wouldn't have handled that last conversation the way you did.
Well, I handled this conversation the way I did because I was very pregnant. And, you know, I did a lot of stuff to make sure I was not stressed out because it always
go off.
Well, it always scared me to get stressed when I'm pregnant because I've had miscarriages and stuff. So I keep my cool.
I was ready to go off.
Now, if I wasn't pregnant, it would have been a whole different situation. Okay.
And
so.
and since then, you know, I haven't spoken to them, won't speak to them. I don't really care if I ever do.
Right.
You know, and they are a part of the family, like blood. But I always say blood don't make you family.
Right.
Family take care of each other. That's
right.
the whole point of family, and you don't need blood to take care of somebody.
Right.
So like, just like we say Corey or Desiree is in, now they in the family, we got them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if they want to continue to be a part of this circle, arms are open, and
right.
I'm gonna put them in the same boat as I put everybody else in this warehouse right now.
Right.
Take care of everybody.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to be, you don't have to be, and
right.
I ain't gonna force you. I'm not even gonna ask you to be.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So for me, like I said, I even though I do love helping people and I do love trying to fix people's problems, I have to value myself more, and I have to value my sanity more. Yes. I have to value my time. Because right now, like, I really don't have time for the nonsense.
Protect your energy.
I got to protect my energy, all that stuff. So, you know, while I'm speaking to you guys about this, I'm speaking to myself for sure. But I'm excited about the new me. There's a lot of
people who are toxic and they are energy absorbers.
Absolutely.
Right? So
absolutely.
They be just taking your energy.
Yeah.
And you don't get nothing back. Like, that energy is real.
Yeah.
You got to earn this energy.
Yeah. That's true, because I do put off some good energy. Like I do put off good energy. It's genuine.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, I'm very genuine and positive. Like I love just pushing out the positive energy. You know what I'm saying? And trying to beat down the negative.
A lot of people are listening to this podcast, and just so y'all know, if you listen to this podcast, we vlogging now. So we're going to start showing y'all our journey. But as y'all see our journey, y'all see more so like see what we're talking about. Like there ain't no toxic people around us.
No.
So as we grow, you'll see like we keep everything positive. Anything negative, we kind of remove that little cancer before it can spread.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, sometimes it's not as easy, but it's necessary. It has
to be necessary. And sometimes you're right. It ain't easy when you got to let, you know, a family member go, or so, especially somebody that, you know, you may care about. But
yeah, absolutely.
At the end of the day, family takes care of you. If they not taking care of you and you only taking care of them, that's not your family.
Right.
I don't care what.
And it definitely, I'm also learning more and more about letting go of one-sided relationships as well. I feel like, or not even one-sided, even uneven relationships, imbalanced relationships.
But I don't like it when people say, you know, because it's a parent or because it's a brother, they should keep getting chances. Like people shouldn't keep getting chances to be toxic to you.
Man, come on, somebody. Come on, Pastor KP.
So as you be like, but they really do be saying that. You be like, man, my mom is horrible.
Right.
And they be like, but you only get one mom. So?
Right.
And that's technically not true because I inherited a great mother.
You did.
So the fact that you only get one mom is not true at all.
That's true. You only get one biological.
Yes. I've inherited great father figures.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So the fact that's your dad. You only got one. So what? Yeah. There's a whole bunch of dads that don't exist. There's a whole bunch of moms that don't exist. And some people decide because they're a parent and they're toxic as hell to keep giving them chances. I say no. No, just because they birthed you don't mean you got to keep taking care of them.
Yeah, and I would say this too, guys. Like, just because you have been in a friendship for a long time as well, you know, friendships,
they're the same thing.
Same thing. Same thing.
Same thing.
So I had to learn this. Yeah, I had to learn this, and it's like, again, for me, I'm always trying to dig into why do you act this way. I'm always trying to do the psychological aspect of it, right? Well, KP don't have no patience with that. He'd be like, okay, you can have issues over there, not over here. And that's very true, because when I look back, you know, later on in my life, when I look back, I want to feel like none of my time was wasted. You know what I mean? At least from here on out, right? Like I've wasted time before. And those things you can't get back. Time you can never get back. So I have to be a lot more intentional with my time. Because I have a husband and children and a family, you know, businesses and goals. I have huge goals. So I really don't have time for petty stuff. And I have to remember those things. I have to remember that when I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to reach out and be the bigger person. No, I don't have to be anymore because I've always been the bigger person.
I don't even understand that saying.
Yeah.
If I ain't toxic to you, I don't need to be the bigger person.
Facts. But because some people are so ignorant and they don't understand, you try to get them to understand because you care about them, right? But then if you can't get them to understand, it just is what it is. At this point for me, because I've done that plenty of times where I'm trying to get you to understand, like, yo, like, don't be this way because it's hurting you. It don't hurt me.
Right.
It doesn't hurt me in any way, shape, or form. If I lose you out of my life, I am not hurt.
I think that people have to learn how many chances to actually give someone, right? Because, again, most toxic people that are in someone's lives are usually within their family. Like, it's a mother, it's a brother or sister or aunt or somebody. Yeah. And, again, because they're an actual family member, you give them multiple chances.
I think that's too because you probably see them all the time and you just want to kind of like keep it cordial. You know what I mean? Keep it smooth because you don't want no drama, especially people that don't like confrontation.
I just be like, look, if you're my family member, there is a family to me, and this is just the way I view it because this is what I've been around for years now. We take care of each other.
Absolutely.
So if I'm taking care of you and you ain't taking care of me, then we not family. We take care of each other. I mean, if I need something, you got me. If you need something, I got you. You don't talk down to me. You don't talk to me crazy. It's all respect all the way around. That's a family.
Right. This
whole like notion of who birthed who or I birthed this person that's now your
or
sibling.
I've known you for this long.
Yeah. Or your auntie birthed somebody that's your cousin.
Right.
Just because you guys are family by blood don't make you a actual family.
Right.
And usually those are the people that they keep being like, yeah, but that's my mom. But your mama treats you like
crap.
The dirt, like worse than the dirt in the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you're still like, but that's my mom. So what?
Right.
Because
clearly
your mom is stressing you out.
Clearly she don't care about the relationship. So why are you nurturing it?
Right.
Right.
Because a friendship, like just somebody like that you knew, that's usually a little bit easier to cut off because like if y'all live on different sides of town, you probably never see them again anyway. But it's the family that usually be the problem. It's the people who are closest to you. That's why. And people always be saying like, oh, it'll be the ones closest to you that do you the worst. Only if you let them. Yeah. You know that person going to do you dirty and you decide to keep them around or keep being around them.
And you know what else too? I think that people don't like to see people for who they really are.
Yes.
You know, that's you want to see the good in people. You want to continue to see the good in people. And again, that's why you make the excuses, you know, like, okay, well, this person had a terrible upbringing. This person had childhood trauma. This person had this or that. Because you want to continue to see the good, but that does leave you open to get hurt every time, you know? So for me, even now that, you know, the more successful we get, especially because of where we come from, the more successful we get, the more we have to watch our backs with the people that are closest to us. Not the people, the people that can get close to us. I'll say that. Because the people that are closest to us at this moment, I trust every last person in my circle. But that's when you have
an actual family.
Right.
They're watching your back for you.
Right. I trust my family.
They watching your back even when you're not watching it.
Right.
That's a family.
Right. And you know, and it's funny because I have had people, you know, again, in this circle be like, this ain't right. This person is this person is that. And you do have to keep your eyes and ears open. And as we get more successful, you know, things change.
What
and
I
you
don't want to do,
keep your eyes and ears open.
As we do these podcasts or do lives or whatever, I don't want to oversimplify complex situations because I feel like when you watch a lot of people on YouTube or they're listening to their podcast, that's what they're doing. Everything comes down to a simple choice, right? You either keep this person in your life and you don't. So I don't want to oversimplify it like you can just turn it on and let them go.
Right.
I know sometimes this person might have saved you from a certain situation. You feel obligated. You know, there's, you know, the whole mental gymnastics. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm saying just go and cut everybody off like it's easy.
Right.
But that's a decision that you have to make because again, like when you was 18, this person came in, they saved you, but you outgrew them and now you're 35. And now they're toxic to you. Now, granted, they did help you a long time ago, but that don't mean going into the future you need to keep them around.
Some people are meant for a season.
Yes.
Right? And that's what I've had to learn, you know, because I do have people in my life that I've known for a long time that aren't for me anymore. Yes. We're not compatible anymore as people, as friends, as women, you know what I mean? And sometimes that does suck, but you do have to do what you have to do. I would say weigh out the good and the bad, weigh out the truth, not what you want it to be, right? Weigh out the truth. So put the pros and cons on the table And if those cons are imbalancing the positive, right, then you know what you got to do. It's a hard decision to make, but it is what it is. And that's where I have been at lately, because I'll talk to you about the pros and the cons. I talked to Corey about it too. I'll be talking to Corey about a lot of stuff. I'm like, Corey, what you think about, but I talk to the people in my life that have good judgment, and you guys help me to see a lot of things in perspective. You guys help me to see a lot of things for what they really are, because for me, I want to see them the way I want to see them so that I can save that relationship. You know what I'm saying? But you got to really look at things for what they are. Okay, this person is hella negative, or this person is hella toxic, or hella like draining. Then you got to make some choices. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had a situation where there's, people in my life that I love very much, but if they're draining but they're not toxic, I'm like, okay, well, you're draining me. So what are we going to do about that? You're going to keep draining me, or are you going to
keep letting them?
Are you going to keep? Well, yeah, that's true too. It's a two-sided situation though. So you talk to that person, you say, are you going to keep coming at me with your problems every 5 seconds, knowing I got my own issues? Or am I going to distance myself? So for me, that's what I've been doing is distancing myself from people so that I can have my sanity and so that I can set my boundaries, you know what I mean? And so that they can understand that I'm serious about protecting my energy.
I would say that would be the alternative.
Yeah.
To cutting them off. Maybe you don't want to, or you can't, or whatever the case may be. Like if it's a baby mother, baby father, you can't.
Yeah.
Then you have to still put them in a place in your life. And that's anybody, an uncle, a mother, a father.
Yep.
Like maybe you don't want to cut them off, but they don't need to be in your circle.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't need to have power and influence over you.
Right.
So if that's the case, put them outside your circle, deal with them when you need to, but don't allow for their toxicity to come into your life.
And affect you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, this was a really good therapy session. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. And I love being able to talk to my husband about things, because he really does see things in a different light than me.
I'm just super logical.
Yeah, I love it though.
If it don't make
sense,
it. Then I can't see it.
So I would say too, guys, talk to people in your life that you trust their judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to them, lay everything out on the table though. Be honest with you or with yourself, as far as like what you're what you're putting into the situation and what you're taking out of the situation, and then what the other person or other people
Sometimes
are doing
talk
as
to
well.
A stranger.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody who does not know your situation.
Right.
Whether it's a therapist or somebody who opens up to you at work, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Sometimes it's good to just talk to somebody, explain the situation, and they're going to tell you.
Because they don't have no emotional ties.
Crazy.
Yeah, they don't have any emotional ties to the person.
And they don't know either person.
Right.
Not on that level, just a stranger.
Yeah.
They going to be like, this is my honest opinion.
Right.
That person crazy.
And usually it's right.
Or you crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? One or the other.
Yeah. Yeah. So
because I'll be like, women like to talk to women,
right,
but a lot of women are emotional.
Yeah.
And they put emotion before logic, at least as far as like which one outweighs the other.
Absolutely.
And then if you talk to all guys, they're always logical and exclude emotion from it. Like that has no bearing. It does. So like if it's a real serious situation, just talk to different people about it.
Yeah. And
see what they say and then come to a good conclusion.
Sad part is everybody that I've talked to gave me the same answer. So I knew then and there what I needed to do. Yes.
That is true.
Yeah. So and I appreciate it, because usually I'm the one giving the advice, right? So it feels good to be able to talk to some level-headed people and get some good advice, some real sound advice without people trying to be destructive or any ill intentions. You know what I'm saying? Behind the advice.
Your gut will tell you if you make somebody make you feel
like
crazy.
For me, I'm not gonna talk to no single woman about my marriage. Like that ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, "Oh, divorce." She'd be like, "Wait, I just said he didn't take the trash out today." What's happening? So you also got to talk to level-headed people.
Yeah.
That understand logic and emotion, like you said. So, yeah, this was a good conversation. Thank you for this.
You're welcome. You can pay me later.
I always pay you. Here you go. Anyways, guys, this is the time where we talk about our sponsors, which you already know is us.
Whichever camera on me, Just Move Supplements. JustMoveSupplements.com.
What is it?
Vegan protein.
Period.
We work on that.
Yeah. We also have different flavors that are nostalgic to my childhood as a kid growing up in
She
the
keeps
South.
saying her childhood like I ain't have one.
We're not doing curry, goat, and was that rude?
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I think my wife she just hit me with I ain't gonna say racist, but that was very precious. Oh, we ate banana pudding too.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
When? Who
My
made
mama
it?
didn't make it.
Who made it?
But I had it.
Who made it?
I was still in America. Act like I was in Jamaica or something. Like sweet potato pie was presented to me. I didn't eat sweet potatoes.
It wasn't a part of
the pie
your
was nasty.
Right. It wasn't a part of your childhood.
But I ate banana pudding though.
Okay.
And blueberry muffins. Come on, that's universal.
You did not like blueberry muffins.
I didn't like them, but I still ate them.
Okay. Anywho, guys.
Oh, Lord.
Anyways, to my childhood growing up with my grandmother, my favorite desserts, we will be adding KP's adulthood
we're gonna have curry goat protein.
I'm sorry, babe.
All right. Chicken protein coming soon.
Ackee and saltfish, excuse me. Callaloo.
Hell no.
See? All right. So my childhood,
gross.
Like I said. But anyways, things like banana pudding, blueberry muffins.
You gonna say we ain't had chocolate cake?
Chocolate cake. What else, baby? Buttercream cupcake, grandma's lemon pound cake. So check those proteins out. Also, we have Energy Rush.
Which is fruit punch, which is red Kool-Aid, basically, which I also had.
Oh my God.
And then blue raspberry, which I also had.
We'll have more flavors. Anyways, the Energy Rush is basically great for a pre-workout, or you can use it throughout the day to pick up your energy. And then we also have Sleep and Burn, which is amazing for nighttime sleep, great quality sleep, and you burn calories while you're resting.
Hair, skin, and nails.
To keep
we all have it.
Yep. Keep you nice. Keep your hair nice and thick and healthy. Keep your skin glowing. Yes, and your nails.
And
growing.
yes, men can take it as well. We have skin also.
Yes.
And hair and
what
nails.
is another sponsor? Oh, we have PageAndAmari.com, which is the bodysuit that I'm wearing right now. PageAndAmari.com. We have luxury fashion from fitness to going out with your girls to going out with your men or your boo. What else?
Sayit-loud.com.
Come on.
Black Excellence.
That's what you wear all day.
All day, every day. That's what I have on right now. This
Highlighting Black
logo.
Excellence, our clothing brand. And then we have TeamLaShae.com, which is our
fitness accessories, gloves, booty bands, resistance bands.
Come on, somebody.
What else we got? We got a bunch of stuff.
And then we also have ifyoucanmove.com, which is our online gym. It's going to get you in the best shape of your life while having a great time. We have different types of memberships that you can check out. So go to ifyoucanmove.com and get your free 7-day trial. Check it out. See what we all about.
Go to your app store because we in your app store now.
Yay! If You Can Move. Is that it? I think that's it, guys. Right?
Yep. For now.
Wow. Okay.
Well, but soon enough, we're going to have to just put them on the side and just...
Yeah, we're just going to put them on the side. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and thanks for letting me vent as well. Yes. We will see you guys and talk to you guys next time.
All right.
Peace.
I'm going to have this curry goat protein.
I hate you.
I can't believe you tried me like that.